the Browns, they did not have a first round pick this year. In the second round, they took Michael Hall Jr. out of Ohio State, who in college, he's from Northeast Ohio. He's from Streetsboro. And by all accounts, was a good guy in high school and in college. No issues, no problems reported. 2 days ago, he was accused of some domestic violence stuff with his child and his fiance. He turned himself in. There has been no other information that I know. The police report did not look very pretty in words. But here's my problem. The Browns yesterday, now they're doing a joint practice with the Minnesota Vikings. They're in town this week. With all the reports, whether they're true or not, he practiced yesterday. If you're the Cleveland Browns and your not best player, but your top draft pick comes in, he is arrested or turns himself into the police for an allegation of domestic violence or assault or whatever it might be, do you let him practice the next day?
Optics are terrible.
Yes, they're totally very terrible. Very terrible. And then this is a guy that made it through all of OTAs, all of the off-season stuff. And then yesterday, he gets a little nicked up and is pulled out of practice. So it's like a little bit of karma maybe but like you said, optics are so important. Just keep him inside, have him lift, have him do something, have him watch film. But if you want him there, do not have him out on the practice field for all to see after what happened allegedly the night before. What do you do? Like, okay, let me ask you this. The head coach is sort of the spokesman as a team. And I saw a lot of people coming at Andrew Berry saying, well, this is on Andrew Berry. Look at like Perrion Winfrey a few years ago, and they released him. The Deshaun Watson stuff off the field. It's like, I mean, look around the NFL, though. It's like there's people that do bad things all the time. Should Andrew Berry be blamed for this?
For the bad publicity, yes. I think as a group, they need to be smarter about what they're communicating with the fan group.
Yeah. And I think that was very, very well said, because I think what should have happened yesterday, get out in front of this, send Andrew Berry, not Kevin Stefanski. Kevin Stefanski's got a practice to run. He's got a bunch of stuff. And yes, he's the spokesman of the team. And maybe he could say Kevin Stefanski's is the best at saying a lot of words without saying anything.
Yeah.
He is so good at it. He's like a politician. But Andrew Berry needs to get out there and say, we are aware of the situation. We're, talking to the police. We are doing this and that, but we are not coming to any conclusions. We're a family, but keep him off the practice field.
Yeah. Private workout.
Yeah.
That's all you need to do.
Yeah. And like, even if it's for one day. So I like you said, the optics are terrible on this. Hopefully the child is fine. Hopefully the fiance is fine. Hopefully, if this was a one-time mistake, hopefully he can learn from this and get better, because you don't want your career and your family in the balance over, a stupid mistake or a one-time incident. And believe me, I am no way condoning this. And who knows if it's true or not, we don't, but this cannot happen from an optics perspective. So if something like this happens, you got to get out in front of it as a Browns organization.
Well, it seems like every year the publicity going into a season is somebody doing something stupid that gets them in a legal predicament.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of sick of that.
But we know this because this is our team that we follow. So, but this is by no means an isolated incident around the NFL, around pro sports, whatever it might be. We know it because this is the team we follow mostly. But as the team we follow closely, we're going to put more scrutiny on that team. And it is very, very frustrated from a team that's taken a black eye over the Deshaun Watson signing and trade, from the Perrion Winfrey stuff, from Kareem Hunt a few years back, to whatever it might be. There are more good guys than not on the Browns and in the NFL.
Yeah, I'd rather pay attention to the guys who conduct themselves like Nick Chubb, where he never makes a stink, puts it on the field, is quiet, doesn't cause controversy.
So yeah, so I was setting up this information on like who's going to make the 53, who's not. And Michael Hall, who is a 2nd round pick. Now, if he's a 7th round pick, probably cut, but you invest a pick like this in the NFL, which is more valuable than money. This is an asset. It opens up a very slippery slope because it's like, we've invested so much in you already that, you can't, like, this is like, for me, they sit down, have a come to Jesus moment with this guy. And by all accounts, this is just what I've read and heard and listened to. He has not had any off the field incidents that I'm aware of, at Streetsboro, at Ohio State. His coaches loved him. The players loved him. If there is, I'm not aware of it, but it can't happen again. And if something did happen, he's got consequences to pay for. Maybe it's a suspension, maybe it's something, but yeah. So I wanted to address that, but we'll see.
Here's what we're gonna do. I got a business plan for you here.
Yeah.
You and I put together a consulting group that all we do is follow around athletes who now have it made. All they have to do is put stupidity on their back pocket and not bring it out and show everybody.
What's the cost of this? This
millions. Think about how many millions we'll save these athletes from sabotaging their own careers by not being able to keep either their penis in the massage chair or not going 900 miles an hour on I-77 or not beating up somebody or committing murder. That's all we got to do is stave off the 4 vices, and we got it made.
Okay, that's fair. So, this is a 2-man operation.
Absolutely,
that's a lot of.
It.
What if these guys are like, get out of here? Like, you quit following us around. How are we gonna?
That's your own demise, dude. Like, it's a sellable product that keeps stupid people from realizing their truth.
The accountability police.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay,
and we could be contracted by the team because the team would benefit because you wouldn't have all this negative publicity. Think of the money they'd have to spend in counter publicity to offset this kind of stuff.
That's fair. And I think it's a pretty wild idea, and I think you're being a little facetious, but it's not that bad of an idea.
No,
it's really not. I think it's a pretty smart idea. If you have, I think there was an episode of South Park that were accountability buddies or something.
Yeah,
like that.
Just sit them down and say, "Listen, you got it made.
Yeah.
Keep your nose clean. You are going to be set for life. You're going to play a game for your living.
Yeah.
And you're going to be renowned as a, player. Hall of Fame or not, you're going to be a great player."
I think the one thing we do forget though is these are people. They're very fallible.
That's why they need us as the consultants.
What if we're screwing up?
Dude, we can screw up for them.
We have someone.
We don't matter.
Do we have someone?
Yeah, we'll take their F-ups and we'll do them, and it doesn't freaking matter. Like, my group will forgive me all day long, and I'm giving up $10, not 10 million.
Okay, all right, that's fine. Okay, very fair.